Oh, I know what happened. I was working as a lark on this underground TV show called Street Beat, New York Public Access. And I was Ming, this kind of weird guy that would interview people and have psychic things. But once I was supposed to interview Brother Theodore. And so I put on a wig and I started acting like this. Where do you summer? And stuff like that. And he said, I don't summer anywhere. You know. So this whole thing exists. You can get the tape. And we talked for hours. And he wouldn't leave the chair when it was through. So I guess he enjoyed it. And at that stage, I took this wig off, and he was totally surprised I was a different person. So that intrigued him. And we exchanged numbers, etc. You know, like, he had a lot of fans, and it was very well attended.
Because they said it was a pretty diverse age range of people.
Yeah. People would hear word of mouth, and it was fun to go to that little theater. You kind of have to crouch down, and had these old moldy chairs that you sit in before the performance. And you kind of, it's like homemade, and it's like going to camp, or, you know, where there's a little stage, and it's small and claustrophobic. It's perfect environment for that guy. I can't imagine any other place for him to perform.
Yeah.
And the way I told you that desk was banked up with, you know, like forced perspective was hilarious. It looked like the cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Yeah, and I think he was influenced by German.
And he was a living
film.
German expressionist character from like a comedy cabinet of Dr. Caligari. And that intensity and the talking and everything.
And did you take friends back?
Oh, sure. I would bring friends all the time. You got to see this guy. You know, who never even thought about him. He maintained that, I don't know, that quivering angst fear, like, is he real or is this fake? Until you saw him a few times and you realized it was the same show, you know.
And what kind of impression, after you met him personally, what kind of difference did that make?
He was, as I kind of expected, a highly intelligent man, European, well-educated, and funny, just like funny, capable of being serious and not joking all the time, but very sharp. He could see through absolutely everything, you know, and all of the bullshit of our world, and then this society. And I think that's one of the reasons he didn't rise to huge celebrityhood, is people knew that about him when they were in his presence, you see. So
yeah.
all these people, I don't think they'd want to be around him.
Yeah,
he told you the truth. It is that he's genuine. He's real. He's a real person. And he's obviously been hardened by life circumstance and survived. Barely, but survived. And he has a kind of integrity about it which resonates, which is so unusual these days, to see comedians with integrity, that he is a winner. He's not a celebrity on a grand scale, a huge scale, because that's the essence of it. Everyone wants to change you into something that will fit you, but the wonderful thing was, and what's supposed to be wonderful about America, is that you can be a nut, or you can be different, and you can still do it. You just won't get famous in that system.
Yeah.
To me, he had many more qualities of fame, the real fame, I think, than any of those people who've made it so-called big. I don't think it would have been good for him. He stayed in his own element and did good. It's like small bookstores getting bought out by Barnes and Noble. They have a quality. He was a small guy with a great deal. If he was absorbed into the big entertainment industry, he would have been lost, I think. He reminds me of, I did a film on Henry Miller, the great writer of Tropic of Cancer and stuff. And he was genuine. He never wavered. He stood on his own 2 feet, you know. He wondered why he didn't win the Nobel Prize for Literature, too. So in the same way, maybe Brother Theodore wondered why he didn't win an Emmy or an Academy Award, because he certainly would have deserved it, I think. He just kept doing it right till the end, you know. He's not a sellout.
Yeah, and he never changed the show, or rarely changed the show.
Yeah, and everyone tells you have to have fresh material and all of that. On the contrary, his material was the same material, but you loved watching him do it over and over again. And you liked being scared. He's like the man you love to get scared by.
The power of despair.
That is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. He's, I'll miss him because he's a disappearing breed.